Hello to everyone. We are waiting for one more speaker, which will be Loop Space. But meanwhile, let me just start our AMA with the introductions, with the main topic, and once they will be joining us, we will just move to them. So our today topic is from hype to resilience and how crypto projects survive, scale, and build long-term value. In this AMA, we will explore how projects navigate market waves, maintain strategic focus, and build lasting value beyond current trends, what separates short-term from the sustainable business models, etc. And today we have great speakers. We have a Kima network, we have Astrana AI team, and we have a Loop Space who is on the way, I guess, to our AMA. So let's start with the short introduction about yourself and about your project. So Kima network representative, can we start with you, please?
Sure, of course. First of all, we really thank Woburn team for organizing this lovely discussion and very important topic actually, and for all the listeners and our lovely community for their being here to listening us. So yes, this is Atlas. So I'm the CBDO for Kima Finance. So I have been in the technology industry for more than 15 years. For first 10 years, I've worked for some multinationals like Intel Corporation, Qualcomm, and then I moved to the blockchain space. And for 5 years, I've worked for a couple of different, verticals in the space like venture capitals, incubators, layer 2 EDMs, layer 2 Bitcoins, and finally, I have found my home in Kima Finance because it is really breakthrough technology that we have invented because it is truly patent pending. So to introduce Kima, I may say Kima is universal settlement protocol and only blockchain-based payment gateway, and that seamlessly moves any type of money, fiat, stablecoins, tokenized deposits, CBDCs in real time and without intermediaries, and making it the ideal infrastructure for cross-chain and cross-ecosystem payments. And as I mentioned, our patent pending universal payment rail is immune to smart contract vulnerabilities and key management risks, delivering enterprise-grade security and fully operational control. And actually, we have already completed many POCs. In order to give some update about where we are, we have already more than 10 projects has already integrated with Kima API. We have completed many POCs, including pilots with Central Bank of Israel, a hybrid card solution in partnership with MasterCard, and a strong collaboration with European Central Bank on their digital euro collaboration with their steadily activities for establishing their stablecoin. Stablecoins is on raise, and actually Kima provides streamline free flow of any kind of digital assets, including smart contracts without any kind of smart contract. Actually, this is our breakthrough approach, and we are 100% secure infrastructure for any type of assets, cross-chain and cross-border. So again, thank you very much. Let's move with the other speakers, and I will give more information, of course, while the questions will be asked to us as well.
Thank you, Atlas. Let's move to the next speaker, Joy from the Loop Space. Can you introduce yourself and your project, please?
Hi guys, good evening. You guys hearing me well?
Yeah, all good.
Yes. Okay. So Hello, everyone. So this is Joy from Loopspace. We are in my opinion, the ultimate crypto social platform built specifically for the Web3 community. So we're designed to redefine how we interact, engage, and collaborate. We're here to bring you closer to the future of decentralized social networks. So we have a few features. Like smart community management tools. You can effortlessly manage open communities, private circles, and some of the premium groups. Also, we have our DeepSeek AI assistant, which help us to automate tasks, boosting your community's efficiency without adding extra manpower. And what's more is we are taking social interaction to the next level with real-time voice streaming, which is spaces like Twitter Space. And we have just launched our screen sharing function to create an immersive experience for all the users. Whether it's live project launches or events or even like game streams, Loopspace is making every event feeling engaging and interactive. And also to introduce GiftFi, our new value-driven interaction model where creators are rewarded instantly and airdrop rewards allow seamless token giveaways with immediate withdrawals. Plus, we have just opened our overseas versions. We support 12 languages with 24/7 market and really, really good quality content. So I believe that users will always be plugged to the latest crypto trends no matter where they are.
Great, thank you, Joy. Yeah, by the way, we are streaming this AMA session to the Loopspace application. So if you don't have it yet, please download it, check it out. We have our group there, and we have also AMAs there. And Mikita from the Astrana AI, please introduce yourself and your project. I can't hear you for any reasons. Oh, yeah. Can hear you now. Yeah.
So, my name is Mikita. I have more than 4 years working as a business development manager and chief business development manager. So, right now, working at Astrana AI, and Astrana is the world's first play-to-earn game that delivers a fully personalized experience for every player with advanced AI integration. We built a shooter on Solana network, so it revolutionized gaming by adapting to each user's unique style, making every match immersive and dynamic. This net gained PC mechanics and rewarding ecosystem. Astrana sets a new standard for play-to-earn game. So, and we make our main effort not on the earning part. We making the most effort on the we are making most effort on the gaming side because, in our opinion, on the last bull market, play-to-earn games have been dead just because they put too much effort on earning side, not on the gaming. And we want to involve Web2 users and Web3 users to our product and see a big growth in the near future, something like that.
Great, thank you, Nikita. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. That's a lot of the projects focusing in GameFi, focusing on the earning side, but not so much on the quality of the games. But hope that this year in this cycle will show up some good and quality projects. So moving to our main topic, which we have right now, I would like to remind that today's topic is from hype to resilience and how crypto projects survive, scale, and build long-term value. And moving to the first questions, projects respond to the new narratives differently. Some pivot quickly, others stay out of the curse. How do you approach these challenges in a constantly shifting crypto market? And how do you decide when to stay on the track and when to adapt your strategy to the current market's trends, etc.? And follow-up question, what signals help you make that call? And can you remember a moment when avoiding a trend turned out to be the right decision? Let's move on in the same order. Abbas, can you start, please, on this one?
Sure, of course. This is pretty important question for any type of Web3 projects, actually. Actually, the market narrative changes so quickly. So we actually the project should be so careful about being on the wrong hype or only focusing the hyped topics. So actually, all who would like to stay longer and who would like to stay last longer actually have to look at research and observe the long-term trends like interoperability, like security and privacy, and also some kind of DeFi protocol kind of infrastructure. So yes, we have seen so far in the market before metaverse hype, right? So the metaverse hype just could stand 1 year, and we have seen hundreds of different metaverse projects. They have launched their token, then most of them has died. Maybe almost all of them has died. So we need to look at the longer term trends, which will be much more healthier for our growth. I mean, the project's growth. Of course, the pivoting some concepts quickly and acting, the ability to act quickly is pretty important to, first of all, to be a first mover in that segment, to grab more attention, more revenue, more users, and more investment. And at the same time, it is pretty important to not to behind on developing technologies. Like as we have seen this in the AI hype. So almost all the projects, whether they are GameFi or DeFi or even infrastructures, they have created some kind of AI agent, right? So we don't know if this hype will, keep longer, but I mean, from the I don't know the individual perspective, but from the overall perspective, yes, the AI will be here to stay, of course. So the projects needs to pivot quickly, because it is not like a metaverse hype or GameFi hype, right? So they have grown so fast and fade out so fast. But OpenAI is working on it. DeepSeek is working on it. China, US, Europe now is working on it. Not only Web3, I mean Web2's giant projects are working on it. And in Web3 space, and blockchain brings so much advantages for the AI space, like decentralization, because centralized AI have many risks, but the decentralized one brings more democratic approach to the privacy, data collecting, data feeding to the AI algorithms. So we need to really bet on it. And there are some important infrastructure projects. As I mentioned, interoperability is pretty important because it can bring the mass adoption to the market in terms of the user base, in terms of the liquidity. Because actually in Kima we put a great importance to make this connectivity between Web3 to Web2 seamless. I mean, so even Web2 users don't have to, understand and know that their products are working on blockchain, right? That it will be seamless. So they don't have to know what is the key phrases, what is chain, what is gas fee, but instead they need to use our produced, universal settlement protocol kind of product. So this is why Kima is a great example here. Because we have at the beginning we have pivoted it, we have produced a technology, we have apply and get the patents. Now this is really a breakthrough technology in the space, which not only works for Web3 and cross-chain, but also it is the only settlement protocol with a simple API can connect Web 2 to Web 3 space in a seamless manner. So we need to, apply this pivoting, producing, applying, and if it's successful, then we need to bet on it. So from that perspective, Kima, I think, is the pretty good example here. AI products and projects are good example for, pivoting quickly, and make it a longer term project which can bring mass adoption.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you. Thank you. Thank you so much for your point. Yeah, I think that's AI in the near time. It will stay as long as possible. And I think this sphere will only develop, and this cycle we will see a lot of the new solutions for the in the Web3 space. And as well, it's great because it's helping Web2 users to adapt easily, and it remains some barriers from my perspective to enter this space. Yeah, moving to the next speaker, Joy, what do you think about this question? What is your point?
Hi. I actually think this is a great question. So I think in crypto, it's a bit like riding a wave. Sometimes you have to go with the current, but the other time staying steady is what wins the race. So the key is really paying attention to fundamentals. Is the trend going to create long-term value, or is it just buzz? If it's a trend that aligns with your core vision, then by all means jump in. But if it feels like a short-term fad, it's best to keep focused and not to get distracted. There was this moment for us when NFTs were all the rage, right? So everyone was jumping in, but we decided to hold off because it didn't align with our roadmap. So instead, we focused on building infrastructure and in hindsight, that was the right call. And the hype around NFTs faded, and we were already set up for the next wave. So, which was far more aligned with our long-term vision.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your point. And Nikita, what do you think about this? What is your point of view here?
So, at the standard, we recognize that crypto space moves at incredibly fast pace, so often driven by narratives that shift almost overnight. And while some projects choose to chase every trend, we believe that real long-term value is built by staying true to the core vision and these market narratives at lens, not a compass. So our approach is grounded in a clear product there. We are building first AI-powered nature shooters that offers each user a personalized gaming experience, and that vision is something that changes a new narrative, gains momentum on crypto Twitter. That said, we are not rigid. We constantly monitor macro signals, user behavior shift, capital flow, we see interest, and sentiment changes across Solana and other ecosystems. For example, when the AI narrative surged earlier this year, we don't pivot, we learned into it because AI was already foundational to a standard architecture. So the difference was time. We applied that aspect in our messaging, partnership, and product showcases. Ultimately, our rule of thumb is that if a trend reinforces our long-term roadmap, we embrace strategically. If it distracts from our core, we pass. And time has shown that play the long game, Web3 wide harder ways of trust and stability.
Yeah, thank you for your point, Nikita. Moving to the next question, which we have right now. So, mainstream adoption remains one of the biggest challenges in the Web3 space. Some of the projects focus on infrastructure, others on UX and accessibility. In your point of view, what really brings Web3 closer to the mass adoption, and what role does your project play in this process? And where do you see the biggest barriers for the users today? Maybe you see barriers, maybe it's some elements of your product and approach and could act as the bridge between Web 2 and the Web 3 space. I was really curious to see and hear your opinion on this.
Absolutely. So this is a really, great and fundamental question. All of us in the market as leaders should ask to ourselves to grow the market overall and our project as well. So mainstream adoption may come from many different verticals. Actually, use case is pretty important. So the projects, not only Web3, but also I think Web2 projects. I mean the traditional finance, the banks, investment platforms actually should drive this, because they at the moment can reach billions of users, not millions of users, because they have been in the market for hundreds of years, right? It is not like a Web3. So they are fundamental financial tools. And I believe, and we believe in Kima, that, interoperability is a pretty important, and stable coins can make this adoption possible, because at the moment, as you know, many governments are working on their digital currencies, digital and national currencies. European Central Bank is working on digital euro, and UAE, one of the biggest crypto markets, and the financial hub, is working on their digital dirham. And Hong Kong based, governments and banks are doing the same. So when they have announced their official digital currencies, they will be all on the blockchain, right? And the main issue for the stable coins will be the interoperability completely. In other words, seamlessly users can send their stable coins, digital currencies, peer-to-peer, worldwide, globally, seamlessly, on-chain, right? So because it actually result in lower costs, it results in no intermediaries, it result in seamless and 24-hour, 7-day transfers anytime, simultaneously. So it brings a seamless experience. It brings ease of use. Instead of having your money on any fiat currency on your bank account, will become really nonsense. Instead, I would really prefer to hold my asset on digital euro, because I can send it to any person on earth, on chain. It is transparent, it is trackable, it is low in cost, and also investment. Investor can do the same. Institutions have already started to invest their monies in stable coins. So from that perspective, I can say two things. That really this interoperability and stablecoin race will bring the mass adoption, the mainstream usage of blockchain, no matter what. So, and the second thing is, rather than so besides stablecoins, of course, the massive use cases will drive this game to make it mainstream. For example, digital IDs, whenever we can penetrate digital ID, or maybe in healthcare. So this kind of massive use cases, which uses actually built on blockchain, will drive the mainstream adoption at the end. That's it from my end.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, Joy, what is your point on this question? Oh, okay. Maybe she's out for a second. Yeah, Mikita, can we hear your opinion on this question?
So, mass adoption Web3 will happen. Speculation or hype, it will happen when users don't even realize they're interacting with blockchain. So at the Strana, we believe that K is Web2 level YX with Web3 benefits seamlessly integrated under it. So our core philosophy is let player play, let blockchain work background from one-click wallet creation to AI personalized gameplay that doesn't require any Web3 knowledge, just render friction at every step. You don't need to own crypto, understand NFTs, or manage gas fees to get started, but you still get benefit through ownership, asset liquidity, and chain progression. The biggest barrier today is Web3 still asks too much of the average user due to concepts, risk. We flip that trend is run and familiar like a traditional shooter, but the AI-powered NFT enhanced progression runs quickly in the background, ready for those who want to engage deeper. We see ourselves as a bridge not by dumping down Web3, but making it readable until it matters.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you. I think that's opinion and investments of the VC. Where do they invest and trends which they choose right now? It's really one of the points where crypto market is going right now. And in my opinion, this cycle will be real world assets, AI, and infrastructure moving, and as well as the DePIN. I think that will be the willing narratives of that 2025. Yeah, Joey, can you hear us now? Can we hear your opinion on this question?
Yes, thank you, Victor. So a mass adoption of Web3, to me, it's like the holy grail. It's all about making Web3 feel familiar yet innovative at the same time. So we need to break down the technical barriers that scare people off. Right now, many people find the Web3 world intimidating because of all the concepts like wallets, private keys, gas fees. It's like a secret club that only a few knows how to get into. So I think the way forward is improving user experience from the bottom. That's where we come in. We're working to simplify the process for everyday users, making wallets that are easy to use as an email inbox, allowing seamless transactions, and making the whole experience more intuitive. Imagine a world where users don't even realize they're using Web3 because it just works like the way Web2 apps do daily. That's where we are headed. And the real challenge is making Web3 feel like something they already know and trust.
Yeah, thank you, Joy. Yeah, I think that's one of the most important thing in my opinion. It's to make it to remove all the borders and to make the experience of Web2 users in interaction with the Web3 products to the same as they use Web2 products as well, and to erase this line which really divides them at the moment. Thank you. Yeah, moving to the third question which we have right now. So experienced teams tend to recognize patterns and common mistakes. What are the biggest mistakes you see early stage projects making in their race to grow quickly? And do you see any red flags which you can notice in your startups, or maybe it's flip side and you seen any fresh ideas or model that's inspired you and made you want to bring some similar into your project? Abbas, what do you think about this?
Yeah, very important question. As you said, actually, we have developed Kima and this breakthrough interoperability without smart contracts, just because we have seen this common mistakes in the market, which is a big pain point for the entire Web3 space. So which is asset bridging, asset swapping with smart contracts. So we don't say that the smart contracts are bad things, because on blockchain, smart contracts is one of the main facts that really brings decentralization, right? So we really love smart contracts. We really need them in the blockchain space. It really stream flow of the entire processes without any centralized entities, and DAOs can be possible, and it makes the blockchain decentralized. So this is the fact. But when it comes to asset the transactions, asset bridging, so we have seen a major hack incidences. Wormhole has been hacked, LeFi has been hacked, Reddit Capital has been hacked before. These giant bridging solutions has been hacked just because of the smart contract vulnerability. So we have to confess that when it comes to the asset bridging, smart contracts actually brings and bears a huge risk of to be being hacked, and the assets can be stolen, can be we can lost the actually our assets. So this is why actually we have created a completely breakthrough technology for bridging, for swapping assets, for interoperability. So we brought the bridgeless bridge concept, where we can swap assets from chain A to chain B, or from Web 2 to Web 3 space without smart contracts. And this really brings a 100% secure transactions for our assets. And the first time ever the decentralized for the especially the on and off ramp. So the red flag again, as you asked also, red flag in the market, in the new startups, they still using this risky bridging solutions, which actually utilize smart contracts for the asset bridging, and the hackers are still just on the gates of these bridges actually, and your assets can be stolen anytime. So this is why we actually advise any kind of project, not only startups, but even the bigger DeFi protocols or Web3 projects, to use completely, smart contractless, 100% secure interoperability solution like Kima can provide actually here. So this is, I think, the this risk is the biggest common problem, and also it's resulted from the mistakes that the projects are deploying smart contracts for the asset transferring. This is a kind of standing point that I can actually emphasize. Yeah, I think this can be a summary.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for your insights. And Joy, what do you think about this? What is your point of view?
Thank you, Victor. But the early stage hustle, that's very exciting, but it's also easy to fall into a few traps. The biggest mistake I see is rushing into the launch. So too many projects rush to the market before they've nailed down their product market fit or have a clear plan for scalability. So they can get a lot of attention quickly, but if your foundation isn't solid enough, that attention fades just as fast as they came. Another red flag is the unrealistic growth projections. It's fine to dream big, but always be ready to crawl before we walk, right? So building a loyal user base takes time and also trust. It's not just about blowing up overnight. As for inspiration, I've seen some really interesting models around decentralized autonomous organizations, the DAOs. The way some projects are enabling true community governance, which users have a say in the direction of the project. It's something I'd love to incorporate more in our own projects. It actually really resonates with our ideology when we are creating a social platform. It's empowering and just makes sense. So, in my opinion.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your opinion, Joy. And Nikita, what do you think about this question?
Yeah, so one of the most, I think it's very interesting question, and one of the most common mistakes is like early stage Web2 project make these confusing hype with product market. So chasing short-term metrics like bit volume, speculative token amounts, or Twitter engagement can be feel like a success, but it often leads to burnout when there's no real utility or retention behind. Another red flag is overbuilding before validating. We have seen teams spend months building complex mechanics, layer 2 integration, or the economic system before even confirming if users want what they are offering. In Web3, the speed of market shifts means you need to be built quickly, validate fast, and stay modular. On the positive side, we have been inspired by games that focus on player first onboarding, where users can start playing instantly without a bullet, but gradually unlock Web3 features. The progressive implementation of experience is something we have adopted to Astrana. Users get a particular game first, and Web3 benefits what they're already. It's about building it with discipline, listening to market, and reminding that Web3 is a tool, not the goal.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Nikita, for your opinion. And moving to the fourth question, which we have today, community, it's one of the most valuable assets of any project. But in 2025, we see that users and markets have become more selective. So the question is, how do you build and grow your community? And more important than this, how you stick them around in the long term rather than just showing up your token or your coin, and what engagement strategies have worked best for you, or what used to work but no longer delivers the same results. Atlas, what do you think about this?
Thank you very much. So from the community perspective, Kima, I think one of the leading protocols and the projects in the space, we have more than 1.5 million active community base. Only when you look at our Twitter account, it is more than 500k active and engaged users. And plus, we have Discord servers, Telegram chats, and much more other vehicles where we directly engage with our loyal community. In terms of the engagement base, so because Kima Finance is act like a layer 1 chain, the actually protocols that integrate Kima technology have to use Kima token as a facilitator. So that means Kima token has a huge and very fundamental use case and utility on space, because the major financial DeFi protocols who are going to who have been using Kima also demand for and use Kima token. So our investors and which also our community have huge advantage that Kima is a solid and long lasting project, so they can hold their asset for utility token or for investment assets, and this really unites our community overall. So they are not only together for the hype of the project, also our community is stick to our project from the token holder perspective and its utility. And also we incentivize our community where if they hold Kima nodes, operate decentralized nodes, or they provide a liquidity, if they everyone can be a liquidity provider, and we incentivize our community members who provide liquidity with Kima tokens as well. Also, our partner base, which is composed of more than 200 top tier Web3 projects. So also we conduct so many different AMAs, partnership announcements, campaigns with those top tier partners communities. So this really grows our community and increase the engagement. And of course, airdrops. Steadily and periodically we would like to incentivize and actually reward our community to still, be with us on our socials, be engaged with our activities, so we can incentivize them through airdrop. So these 4 different main events really strengthen our community, which is pretty loyal, and they know that Kima is a long-term interoperability project, which really it connects Web2 to Web3 space, which brings seamless interoperability, which is really needed. So we are here to stay, and the community really appreciate this.
Yeah, thank you. I think that Kima Network have one of the strongest community and just like the friendly which I saw. Yeah, Joy would be happy to hear your opinion on this question and how Loop Space making some engagement solutions.
Yes, sure. So building a long-term community at Loopspace is all about creating value that goes beyond just the token. When users feel like they're part of something bigger, something that resonates with their values and goals, they stick around for no doubt. We focus a lot on authentic engagement. Instead of relying solely on token rewards or airdrops, we create spaces where users can learn, grow, and influence the direction of the platform. This makes them feel invested in the success of us and not just in the short-term rewards. And one of the most effective strategies we've used is real-time interaction. Our live voice streaming features and the community-driven approach with DeepSeek AI, which is a bot that we have deployed in our chat room, have been a huge hit. These tools allow users to be part of the conversation. They can ask questions and share their insights. And it creates a two-way street of communication, which keeps engagement high. What used to work, like just offering token giveaways for participation, doesn't quite deliver the same result anymore, in our opinion. So users are more selective and want to be part of a meaningful experience, not just a free token grab. We've adapted by shifting focus from transactional interactions to a long-term value creation with things like knowledge sharing, market news, and community-driven decision making instead.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you, Joy. Thank you for your opinion. Yeah, I think that's airdrops don't give any just like value as it was earlier, and you really can't engage a lot of the new audience for this tool. Yeah, Mikita, what do you think about this?
2025 users don't just want tokens or airdrops, that they want unique identity and reason to care. At the Stranded, we focus on building a community around purpose, not speculation. We learn that gamified engagement is real progression, expressive airdrop art. For early allocated invites, I generated avatars based on player behavior with given our community tools to express themselves and feel interested. People say when they see their feedback advancing the product, their time payment lasting back, not just quicker. What worked in 2021-22 Discord, Green Detection, Divine Contest, Speaker campaigns no longer drives revenge. This method brings temporary noise but not reality. That we double down on earned progression, a narrative conclusion, and giving our core users further ownership. Through labor, NFTs, close the latest and create growth. The best growth happens when treat to community notice out it, but as the early builder. That we have built the strength, and that why our most engaged users aren't just folders but contributors as well.
Yeah, I think it's important for users right now to understand the long-term vision and what you are actually doing, because we see a lot of their projects without utility nowadays. And the previous, in my opinion, 2 years and this meme coin hype was really involved a lot of new audience, but they a lot of them don't really understand the value of the tokens, and they just don't believe in the long-term vision. They just panic sellers. So I think that's important to have a discussion with them and to learn them how to use the crypto, what is long-term vision, and explain why your product and project itself is important and making some value over the market. Yeah, thank you to all of our speakers. Moving to the last question which we have today. Team tracks different KPIs from TVL to user growth to strategic integrations. How do you personally define success for your project in today's market? What metrics or outcomes tell you that you are on the right path? And how do you balance short-term wins with the long-term resilience? I was really curious to hear your thoughts on this.
It is pretty straightforward from our end. So thank you very much. This is pretty obvious for us. So as we provide the seamless interoperability through cross-chain settlements and also cross-ecosystem with settlements, we provide just one simple API to any kind of project, whether it is GameFi or DeFi, or it is a bank in Web2 space, or it is a DeFi protocol in Web3 space, is the same API. When we provide this API, so these protocols and users can benefit from enhanced and seamless, the most secure asset transfer, settlement, end-to-end settlement from different ecosystems, and also through multi-chain, the cross-chain. So the volume comes passed through these APIs is our main metrics. Actually, we provide the lowest cost possible cross-chain and cross-ecosystem settlement on Earth. Really, the lowest possible cost. So our technology really help any kind of project decrease their costs, diminish their costs, and ensure the most secure asset transfer. So in order to overcome this low fees, we need to achieve high volume through these APIs. So from that perspective, our the ultimate goal is to increase the volume. Of course, this volume can only be increased through more projects integrate Kima API. Especially, we are working with top tier DeFi protocol at the moment, which has billions of dollars TVL at the moment. Then our technology, our lowest cost possible and the most secure technology will make money. And also we are focusing on stable coins, because when you look at the overall total volume of the blockchain space, it comes from the stablecoin usages. So we are at the beginning of the stablecoin usages. We have only working with USDT, Tether, and USDC of Circle. They are the biggest players. But in the future, as I mentioned earlier, the central banks will issue their digital currencies, like European Central Bank's digital euro, and all the other regions and main central banks will do the same. Even today's Tethers and USDC and the Circle's stable coins volumes will be multiplied. It will go to the moon. So from that perspective, volume will increase, and we are in the middle of this. We are in the underneath the supporting technology of this shift and the growth, and we count the volume through our APIs as the most important KPI for Kima.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you. Stablecoins, I believe that's really the future of the Web2 space and Web3 space as well, and it might be the easy entry for the new users and for the new companies to enter this space. And I believe I really saw the news that's in 2024, I guess, amount of the stablecoin trades and amount of the volumes. It was bigger than MasterCard or Visa, really can't remember, but in the fact that we already just going to the top even now, and really, I don't know what will be in this cycle or in the couple years, but I think that we are moving to the situation where stable coins will be deployed and launched from every central bank and every government. It's in my opinion, because it's really easier to make transfers, transactions, etc. But anyway, Joy, what do you think about this? Do you have something to add over here?
Very much agree to what Atlas just said, and we have a very similar story here. So, for us at Loopspace, success isn't just about hitting flashy numbers like TVLs or user growth. It's more about the quality that growth and the impact we're having on our users and the broader Web3 ecosystem. So in today's market, it's easy to get caught up in the race for metrics like total users or market cap. But what truly defines success is whether we're creating something that people love to use and feel connected to. We define success based on user engagement and community value. How many of our users are actively participating in the community? Are they using our new features like, the AI assistants and sending up gifts? And are they interacting with one another, sharing insights, and contributing to the discussions in real time? That's what we think that is actually matters. So these are the types of qualitative metrics that matter most to us. If users feel a sense of ownership that are actively involved, we know we are heading in the right direction. And another key metric for us is sustainable growth. It's not just about a one-off spike in users or hype-driven growth. It's more about attracting users who stick around because they find genuine value in what we're offering. We also track feedback loops. How often are we hearing from our users, and are they satisfied with the product? Are we continuously improving based on their feedback, or if we are fostering an active dialogue with our community and making changes based on their needs? That's a solid indicator of success. So, in the end, it's not about short-term growth for the sake of numbers. It's about creating a sustainable ecosystem that can support both our community and the broader Web3, the whole ecosystem for years to come. And that's how we define success on Loopspace.
Great, really great point, Nikita. Curious to hear your thoughts on this.
At Astrana, we define success not by token bytes or short-term higher byte, but by engaged retention and organic growth. When treat like daily active players, return users, average duration matter for us the moment that it's spike. What is the course is not depth of interaction, how far beyond just trying to engage, they come back, they engage in the system, they offer others without by flight, those themselves a good stops again. We are also tracking private development, halfway.
We really can't hear you great now.
Honest about trade-offs, we might pass on the short-term trends if it risk harming trust or mechanics. We do size early wins if they fit into bigger narrative arcs. We should collaborate with other ecosystems to unlock early growth, while laying infrastructure for future result. So success for us is sustainable immersion, where growth is not just measured in numbers, but in depth, contribution, and culture momentum.
Yeah, that's a really great point. And we are really finished all of our questions, but I would like to ask you, share, maybe you have some updates, maybe you have some campaigns ongoing right now, or you just want to give any shout outs to your community. Atlas, can we start with you?
option. I just have to go. Everybody have a nice.
Yeah, exactly. So, may I get the question again, please?
Yeah, sure. Do you have anything to share about the Kima network? Any milestones, any updates, or some news?
Yeah, of course, of course. So, very important updates are, first of all, in order to remind that, Kima is and has been working with top tier brands and partners. Like we are partnered with Alibaba. We have just announced that Alibaba is managing one of our validator nodes. As you know, Kima's interoperability layer completely decentralized. So this decentralized validator nodes are pretty important for us. So we are partnered and backed by MasterCard. These are pretty important milestones. And at the moment, many projects have been deploying Kima API recently. So well-known ChainGPT decided to deploy. So every one of us in the industry knows ChainGPT, and important DeFi protocols like Ski protocol, for example, has already integrated, and many tens of others now are integrating. This is a huge sign of our success. And also we are supporting the infrastructure for the CBDCs, I mean digital currencies, and working with European Central Bank, working with Bank of Israel, and many others at the moment. Those are huge milestones that we show that we are not only a protocol for GameFi, DeFi, and only Web3 space, but because we are totally different, decentralized interoperability layer, and the most secure and seamless for the Web2 to Web3 side. Big corporations and banks are to use our technology for the seamless interoperability, and stable coins are pretty important. We have just as Kima leading the way to build a stablecoin consortium at the moment, and very famous. So we after signing the MOUs, we are going to announce, this is another milestone, that we are leading to build stablecoin consortium, which is composed of the well-known stablecoin members, in order to facilitate this interoperability worldwide across ecosystems and set the standards. So we help industry set the standards at the moment. So from that perspective, I'm pretty proud of being a Kima team member. So yeah, we are setting the scene. We are setting this interoperability with the world of top tier brands in Web2 and Web3 space.
Great to hear that Schema Network is moving on and just developing day by day. Joy, what do you have? Anything to share about the loop space milestones or any updates that you will have in the near time?
Sorry, Victor, the connection was pretty bad. Would you mind repeating the question one more time?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, would you like to share any updates about the loop space, any milestones which you reached out, any just like news maybe?
Yeah. So I'll have to say that our platform is growing really, really fast, and our product has been improving over the past. So we have just been launched for around 2 months, and our user growth is pretty amazing. It's around 45K actual users right now, but they're mainly from Chinese communities. So we'll be improving our products in terms of a user experience. So that's when we have launched our screencasting function, and also the international versions. We have 12 languages available. So from Asian countries like Chinese, Japanese, and Korean to to UAE, so to Arabic versions, and also Turkish, French, etc. So what we want to do is, I think we focus more on the part of, to enable people in the Web3 industry to mingle on our platform instead of focusing on, numbers, figures, financials, monetary values, but more to create a place like Twitter, but only for Web3, and a lot more side functions that can boost experience and to allow people to have fun on us. That's our ultimate goal, and we're working very hard on it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for this update. Yeah, really wish you develop your project, and your product is very great and very useful in the Web3 space. Yeah, from the Well-Earned side, I would like to remind that we are still ongoing on the pre-sale. We raised over 450K right now. So please, feel free to check out their website, presale.well-earned.com, and share your mix. Yeah, thank you for all of our speakers. Please make sure that you are subscribed and follow up the Loopspace, Kima Network, and the Atlas personal accounts. And please check out the Loopspace application. It's really great. Today, I would like to remind that we are translating this to their application, and would be happy to see you also there. Thank you for today's discussion. See you next week.
Thank you, folks, for all the thing. Have a great weekend.
Thank you for having us all. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.